What's up, everybody? It's Hazel. I'm back with a video. Finally, after all this time, right? So I'm gonna get right into the video. This is a glitter I got from Alliexpress. One is rose gold and one is gold. I'm sorry that you can't see that too good because of the quality, which I'm gonna get to that later. These are all Mia's Secret. I got the white, the pink, and the Cover Nude Blush, which is my favorite nail bed color for my skin tone. I'll use that when I want to do like some neutral designs and stuff, even in other designs because of the tone to it. I love the tone. And it goes with a lot. So first off, I'm just taking a bead of that pink from Mia's Secret and dipping it right into my glitter. And as you can see, it creates this really good effect where you get a whole lot of glitter and it's not really that sparse. That's what I like for certain designs. I do it the other way also. When I want a more sparse looking glitter effect, I'll just put the bead first, paint it on like like you're painting a picture, and then you just take some glitter on your brush and it swipes right on there. But when I want a more heavier glitter effect, I'll do it this way. When I'm done doing this with this color, I'm just going to grab the rose gold and then braid that up towards the other color. And that's about it. Once it dries, then I'll clear cap. I never clear cap before because you can move glitter and it's just better to wait. Now, for where I've been, I had some issues with my equipment. Believe it or not, my whole entire situation just stopped working. And I mean like my laptop, my camera, I had an old phone. I even tried to record, and this is the result of that old phone, this video. I had this footage for a while. It was for my neutral nail look, but as we are reaching Valentine's Day, this is something I would use for Valentine's. So I figured I'd just show you guys what my style is and how I would go out on Valentine's Day. But as far as me being back, I'm glad to be back. And yeah, thanks for the support while I've been gone. A lot of people have been showing me support and stuff like that. I really do appreciate it. Oh, so before I forget, I got a problem with this white acrylic from Mia's Secret. I'll let you guys know in a second. When I do my design, I always put a clear acrylic underneath, like a thin layer. It's for protection, for safety. I explained this before to you guys in my other videos, but if you didn't watch them, I just put it down because it's easier to file back down when you do acrylic designs and you use red or blue or any other colors. I find it so much easier to put this clear layer underneath, and it kind of helps your like acrylic go on smoother. And so it just helps with a lot of stuff. I used to be that person. This is why I actually started doing it. I used to be that person that filed into my natural nail by accident every single time I was trying to change my design and not take off my whole full set and soak my nails. So this is why I started doing it. And trust me guys, my nails are way healthier. I don't file into my nail anymore. And it's just very helpful. Now, as for this white acrylic, I do not like the way it is for like a regular design. Now, if you're going to use it for 3D work, it's perfect because it dries quickly. You don't have to wait around forever because 3D takes forever. Nobody wants to sit around and wait forever for it to dry and then maneuver it where you need it and, form it into what you're going to do. So it's good for that. Now, as far as using it in a design, I don't like it at all because if you can see, it's giving me a very hard time. I even decided to go from my first finger to my ring finger to finish up with the white completely because it's clouding my monomer. It gets stuck in my brush and it just overall is a pain in my behind unless I'm using it for 3D. That's the only thing I like it for. I just wanted to let you guys know because when I started out, I got like a bunch of different acrylics and stuff like that. I didn't know who was good and who wasn't. A lot of people was mentioning Mia's Secret, and I do love it, but nobody mentioned that to me. So I just want to let you guys know before you got to go through the same thing I did. Yeah, so you know. So anyway, yeah, when I'm done with the white, then I go and I throw out the monomer and start new because it's in my brush, it's in my monomer, and it's just, not a good look. So Now I'm just using the Cover New blush on my middle finger. I'm gonna do the entire middle finger on this color. I love this color a lot. It's a nude, like, nail bed color. I use it in almost every design you guys see. I have the other ones, but this just makes me happy. That's the only thing I can say to you guys. I was gonna put bling on this nail. Like, if I was going out on Valentine's Day, I would have put some bling on my middle finger because it was plain. That's one thing, when you do designs, it looks nice to me when you have like a plain nail and then you have a bunch of bling on it. That looks pretty. So I like doing that. I just didn't put bling in this video because I don't know. I don't know why. I was feeling it, but then I didn't do it. I guess it was too late. I don't know. So yeah, I guess that's it. And so I get to my filing routine. This is all I'm gonna be doing, just laying down my acrylic, and I'll be back to explain my little filing routine to you guys. Alright guys, I'm back. I'm here to talk about my filing routine, the elephant in the room, huh? No, I'm just saying that because nobody likes to really leave their filing routine in their video, but this is the video that I'm gonna make for my filing routine. I might make it better because I don't like the way it looks is just a little on the darker side. But anyway, I am using my ceramic fine drill bit that I got from, you guessed it, Alliexpress. They have wonderful nail supplies, by the way, and they're affordable. And since you have to replace your stuff all the time, or you should be anyway, because they do wear down, you might as well get it affordable, right? So all I do is go around my cuticle with this bit, and this is my debulking technique. So there's medium grits, there's extra coarse, there's a whole bunch of different grits that you can use. But I find that with the ceramic range, it's not a good idea to get anything that's more than a fine because it can debulk the crap out of your nails and you don't need it that much. Unless you have a bunch of like so much acrylic that it looks like a mountain and you have to trim all that down, you do not need anything more than a fine ceramic bit. And you can use the regular metal ones. You don't have to use like ceramic, but I find that it's on the safer side and they tend not to cut you as much as the other ones. The other ones I've cut myself with a few times. So, and this is also a safety bit. So in the very front of it, it's like a, I don't know, like a round tip or oval tip, and it's nothing on the tip. So that's like a safety bit, so you don't cut yourself with it. So you can get really close to the cuticle and you can debulk around there, make sure there's nothing on your skin and everything. And then you can follow through on your nail, just like I'm doing here. I also get underneath my nails with this one to debulk what gets underneath of there, because when I do use that Mia Secret white, because I have to use it on the wetter side, a lot of the times I get those drips and drops that they creep underneath your nail. So you have to get that off, and so I use this to get it off because it's like kind of the strongest bit that I like to use in my routine. I do have the other ones, I just don't like to use it because it just takes too much off. I mean, for example, I have a medium ceramic. I was using it the last like 5 months ago. I was using it and I kind of cut through my nail, so I cut my nail in half. Yeah, it's not needed basically, so I just used a fine one and I get underneath of there and you know, debulk everything on top, on the bottom. I make sure this is just my debulking process. I use more bits for different things. So you can use it around the cuticle, because the reason I use it around the cuticle is because it debulks a lot. But around the cuticle, it's so hard to get that nice and neat, especially if you messed up the acrylic application and stuff. So you want to just pass it around there a few times and make sure that everything looks good before you start refining and stuff like that, because those bits are not going to take off as much as the ceramic will. And that is why I use a few of them and not just one bit for everything. Yeah, so I'm not doing it in the conventional way, but you can kind of see when I'm using it vertically. Yes, I'm not following the rules because it's easier for me to do it this way when I'm doing my own nails. When I do other people's nails, yeah, I can do it the other way. So when you use this, you can kind of see all the stuff that comes off. Like you can see it around my cuticle on my finger. You can see all that white is coming from me debulking just around my cuticle. So imagine how much I'm taking off. Sorry for going out of shot. It happens because I like to look up and down and every angle possible when I'm filing to make sure my shaping is right. So yeah, sorry for that. Yeah, and right there, I'm kind of like building up that C-curve a little bit more because on that nail, the acrylic can slip underneath the free edge too, right in the front, and that'll take that C-curve away. So you want to kind of carve that right back out, and that's what I was doing there. Okay, so then you're looking at just my desk because I have this friggin' hands in the file right in my face. I think this is why nobody leaves their filing routine in the videos. Duh, now I know why they do it. Because it's a pain in the ass. Sorry, it's a pain in my butt. So yeah, I just go around and fix everything. Once I'm happy with what I see, I continue down the line. The next one I'm going to use is my Arbor Fine Band. Now this one is, it can debulk, but not as much. Like it's going to take off any those little bits and pieces you don't need in your nail routine or your nails. And it's also fixing what you did before, because while the ceramic one takes off a lot of acrylic that's not needed and stuff like that, this one is doing the same kind of thing, but it's fixing what you did before, as in the ceramic takes off everything, but it makes scratches and stuff like that and makes like marks in your nails, especially like on this nail right here and on that cover nude color. Even though I put a clear capping on there, you can still kind of see like an ugly demarcation and stuff like that where you did the filing before with the last file or the last drill bit. So that's why I use this one. It refines it and it takes all those scratches and stuff out of there, and I also use this on my natural nails to tell you how soft it is, so you know like what you can use this for. And so this is what I use around the cuticle. The only thing I will say though is this thing can burn you if you're holding it at the wrong angle around your cuticle. And some people do tend to do that a lot of the times because they feel like they have to angle it to get inside the cuticle. You don't need to do that. You just keep it on the straighter side and then go around. And if you keep doing that, the file will fall right into the spot that it needs to be. And that's how you kind of know that your shaping is on point. So don't angle it when you don't need to. If you feel any burning, stop and hold it a different way. I'm telling you, because it does hurt. And that means that you're kind of attacking your natural nail. So beware. And I also go underneath of my nail with this. I just go around and around until I see a clear indication of my finger and the nail where it starts and my cuticle. Once I see that, I kind of stop because you don't want to keep going and going because you can just have that burning just because you're not stopping. And you can take off acrylic that you don't need to take off. So there's that. I do kind of go underneath the nail with this one. I do the same things with every drill bit that I have. Just because one, like I said, one will do a good job at debulking, but it creates scratches. This one, you know, fixes the scratches and refines a little bit better. The next ones do even more refining. It's just a little process that I learned that helps me a whole lot with my filing routine. I used to just do it with a hand file, a bunch of different grits, and it used to work good. But I used to cut myself too, so I'll explain why. Alright, so this is my fine diamond drill bit. And this I'm going to use to go around the cuticle also. But this one is more buffing everything out. Because the cuticle is hard to get into, I use this around the cuticle a few times to kind of buff out all those scratches or demarcations and stuff the other ones can kind of create when you're doing or using them. And it helps out. Also, I go underneath of the nail a few times, as you can see, and I, you know, fix up anything where I see marks at. That's all I'm really doing is taking the marks out from before. And this kind of buffs the nails over too. So it doesn't really take anything off. It's just fixing it and making it look smoother and nicer. So if you need to do any debulking, you gotta do it with like something stronger than this because it's not gonna do anything but like make your nail look smooth. So you can see up close how close I get to that cuticle. You see that? You can get right in there with this one and it's not gonna hurt you or anything. It's really like designed for even your natural nail. You can prep with this. You can do a lot with this drill bit. It's not strong at all. Like it's not rough. Like I don't know what to call it because it's really just like it's smooth. It's just a smooth drill bit. You don't have to worry about cutting yourself or anything with it. So I do this a few times until I'm happy with what I see. I always have a problem with that last pinky nail, so I kind of spend a little bit more time on it than you guys can see. It looks like I'm spending a little extra time on it even now, but I spend a little bit more time even off camera with that nail because it's really hard to see everything. So now this is my needle fine drill bit. It's the diamond version of it. And I'm going underneath that nail and making sure I get everything like the dirt, all the stuff that I left behind with the other drill bits because they can't get into those areas. So wherever I couldn't get in before, that's all I'm using this for. You can also use this to make your C curve more prominent. Let's say you don't like to pinch your nail, you don't like to, you know, do everything with the acrylic. You can just do it with the filing. This is what they mean when they're saying like, oh, you can fix your C curve with the filing. This is kind of how you do that. You go underneath and you kind of just, yeah, like you see how I'm doing it right there. When I'm doing this underneath and cleaning it, I'm also making that C curve a little bit more prominent too. So it works for a lot. I also use this to clean my cuticle before when I'm prepping my nails. It works wonders. It gets all that stuff up that you can't see. It's just really helpful to have one of these. Okay, so now for my hand filing routine. This is something I always do after I'm done with the e-file. And this is an 80/100 grit. And all I do is I stick to a 45, 45 on each side, and then a 90-degree angle and on the free edge. Now, when you see me hold the file in the middle and then I continue to file from one side to the other side, that is a technique I learned not too long ago, actually. I used to do my nails and have like one nail looking good, one nail looking okay, and the other one looking perfect. And I noticed it was the way I was filing my nails with the hand file after I was done with the e-file all the time. It was kind of something that I picked up that really helped me, and now all my fingers always look the same. Like my nails, the same shape goes from 1 to the 10 fingers. It really helped me out. So it's basically, I know you guys seen the motion before when you watch certain nail techs on YouTube or you watch other people's channels and stuff. You can see that they use that technique where they're taking the file from one side to the other and they file only to one side. They don't really file from one side to the other and then do it from that side to the other side. They stick from the one side, let's just say left to right. And that's also designed to take away that step that you might get when you start filing on the side and the 45 and the 45 and the 90-degree. You can create a step sometimes underneath your nail or on the side. So it goes from the side of your nail to the bottom of your nail. And you can see a step right there. Like the nail looks really thick and it's like a, you know, it's not a cute look. So this gets rid of that. When you hold the nail in the nail file in the middle and you go from one side to the other, it kind of rounds that off so you don't see that anymore. It's good for a lot of things. See right there, I'm kind of going from my left to my right. I do that on every single last nail, and when I'm done, my nails look all the same and they look really pretty, and they also look narrow. They look really pretty and narrow. I love that look. Alright guys, so I didn't include my top coat in this video. I don't know what happened to the footage, but I'm so sorry for that. And now I'm just putting on my cuticle oil. It's this peach cuticle oil I got from Alliexpress in a nail kit. It smells so divine. I love the smell of this peach cuticle oil. It's the best thing ever. So I just go around my cuticle with this and make sure I rehydrate everything, because after all that filing and stuff, and you know, it just makes your nails really dry, or your fingers really dry actually. So once I'm done, I just rub this in around my nails and that's it. And then just stay tuned for the reveals, guys. And this is a look I would do on a Valentine's Day date where I'm gonna go out. I like a more neutral look, so this is something you can do if you like my design. And just thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.